Hello, everybody. We're going to now look at the number 20 of the greatest checkmates of all time, in my opinion. And this one goes all the way back to 1892 with quite a talented guy named Wordsworth Donisthorpe. And he was British, and he was also an inventor. And chess was kind of almost one of the things he did on the side. And he was playing someone named Mondo in this game. And this is one of those games where the last move is just awesome. If you on the last move alone, if you did checkmates just by the last move alone, this would be in the top two or three for sure. But it's quite an interesting game, and we're going to go through it here. So this is White's move here, and we're about, I would say, not too far along. We're about 11, 12 moves into the game. It's White's move. And as you see, Black has some weaknesses. Right now, White's winning as far as king safety, although I think material they're equal. So White goes ahead and plays kind of a simple move. He threatens the bishop. Now, where should you put that bishop? Because I think this was the beginning of the end for Black. Black put his bishop in the wrong spot, which further weakened him on the king side with the light squares. So pause the video and come back. Okay, I probably gave you a lot of clues there, but if you said bishop to h5, you were correct. Keeping the bishop kind of on the king side would be better. But Mondo moved all the way back to bishop to d7. And now it was time for Wordsworth to really bring on the pain here with the weak light squares. Now, what did he do? Well, I'll let you think of this one again. What do you think White should do here to take advantage of those light squares? Pause the video if you need to. All right. If you said bishop d3, well, you got the right idea, but I think there's something better, and that is knight to h4. Knight h4, you're pressuring these squares, and you're, of course, threatening to have this queen come out. Quite a good move here, knight h4. Now, this bishop could also play a part too in your attack, and it does. Black now played knight to g6, offering a trade, hoping that White, would do something like this, and then Black would be like, well, things aren't so bad after all. But Wordsworth knew kind of what he was doing, and he played a fascinating move here. Let's see if you can guess on this move. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, I hope you thought about it. The move that I would probably play, had I just been playing this game and not known the answer, is I would probably play something like queen h5. I mean, that looks pretty good. I mean, you're pressuring this. If the rook moves to guard it, you can take here. Even if the king comes out to protect that, you could take, actually. And if they take back with the pawn, you win the rook. So that looks pretty good. But Wordsworth found really a better move and a fascinating move. He plays bishop to d3. Oh my goodness, letting Black take the knight if he wants to. And I think that's what happened. Yeah, he played knight takes knight. And then, you guessed it, queen h5 check. And the knight comes back. Okay. Now this gets pretty awesome here. So far, you got a lot of pressure on the g6 knight. It looks like you're going to be able to take that. There are some things in the position that you have pressure on, but that doesn't look like it. I don't want to give too much away, but White definitely seems to be the aggressor here, is doing quite well. So what happened was bishop takes g6, and Black did not want to take because queen would take the rook. That would not be fun for Black, yeah. But it might have been more fun than what happened. So Black went ahead and played king e7. Now, I want you to think of the best move here and see if you can find it. Pause the video if you need to. Okay. Here's the move, and this is quite an awesome one. Queen takes e5 check. A pawn that's defended by two other pawns you wouldn't even probably think of if you were in that position. But of course, the king can't get away. He can't move anywhere. This block will lose to checkmate. But you probably would have never thought of that. You would have probably thought, I'll just take the queen. But if you take the queen here, the queen's dead, but there's the checkmate. Wow. And then if you do it the other way, if you take with this pawn, there's the checkmate. So, of course, the game was over after that beautiful take. And that is one of the most fascinating moves I've seen. Now, a lot of people might say now, oh, I would have seen that. But remember, when they look at this position, everybody says, well, what was the great move? And then you're looking for sacrifices. But would they have seen that back in those days? I doubt it. I doubt it. And what the neat thing about this is Wordsworth had not seen the move, and he had just, let's say, brought the bishop back, then Mado probably would have offered a trade. You know, White would still be winning and probably would have won, but they may never have known about that move because, you know, they didn't have computers back then until, much later in chess, and both men would not be alive. And but he did find the move, and now he'll kind of forever be known as somebody who kind of got dunked on. Mado will always be known as the person who got dunked on in this match. Now, if I had played a move that awesome, my goodness, I would just be so happy. I'd be smiling. And I probably would just be telling everybody and shouting it forever. I would just be bragging and bragging. And I would have been so happy. But I didn't get to play that move. So anyway, that is number 20 on the list of the greatest checkmates of all time. And we're about to enter the top 19. And boy, you're going to love what you see next. We'll see you next time. Thank you.